Yo, Zetters, what up? Welcome back to Judio Z. And, yo, Zetters, what up? Welcome back to Judio Z. Hey guys, that was too loud. I didn't mean to do that, but yeah, we're all set now. I forgot to mute myself. But yeah, so that way at least I know that you guys can hear me. I don't need to actually ask you. And damn, does it sound fucking nice though. Welcome guys, how's it going? How's everybody? We're just basically gonna jump straight into it, I think. Hey Valino, thanks for being first. As long as you say you're first. I don't know. Maybe somebody was faster than you. Dinesh. Sorry, man. Usually when I do sneak peek stuff, I don't really have any background music or anything like that. But it's good enough anyway, and we will begin now. So cheers, guys. I did say that I was gonna actually stream this late, but since I actually already read most of the stuff, just mainly about like the new system, so I didn't really read what the character uniforms are going to be like. So I wanted to do this while I'm on break, well, lunch break at my work. So we just can start and get on with it. So while I do this, you guys let me know, how's it going? How did you like the new patch notes, stuff like that? Damn, this is loud. Oh shit, let me do this again because I actually didn't see what the video was about. It was so freaking loud. Okay, that looked like a cool skill. A bit classic, which obviously it makes sense because they're going with the classic stuff. I love Robbie Reyes, bro. I love it. And I hope I can actually transcend the guy because now it's going to be a bit messed up to transcend characters. So I think I'm mainly going to just tier 3 and tier 4 characters now. I'm having mixed feelings about the update, as always, man. We always do, but then, when we actually do get to play it, that's when we actually can tell. So, I do know about the new systems, I do know about the new materials and stuff, so we're just mainly going to check, well, pretty much everything anyway, but just letting you know that it's not going to be a huge surprise for me. It's not like I've gotten spoiled, I just read everything, I couldn't wait. So, right. The maintenance is going to be today, so that's at least a good thing. I don't have to wait for too long. So we're getting 4 new uniforms. I'm going to have to pay a little bit of money because I've actually wasted a lot of crystals, so I don't have enough to get all the uniforms, but I will. Okay, I'll make sure to have enough. So apart from that, Blade is going to get his tier 3. I just got him ready, by the way. I will have 0 Essence of Dimension or maybe just 100 left after I tier 3 the guy. So this is going to be a pretty good test to see how long it's going to take me to tier 4 Iron Man. And if it's going to take me more than a month, which can be scary, but we'll see. So, as I said, Blade is going to get his tier 3. Ghost Rider, Robbie Reyes, Wasp, Nadia Van Dyne, which is the new Wasp, not the old one. And Nova, the little kid, are getting their Transcendence. I didn't actually see that coming, by the way, but that's cool. So we're getting Transcendent characters left and right at this point. They don't really care about them. So mainly you do want to tier 3 characters and tier 4 them. I think that's actually worth it instead of transcending characters at this point. Always trust me, man. Trust me. Always go with the expensive stuff because it's gonna be rewarding in the long run. In the long run, anyway. So I won't be buying the uniforms though. Interesting. We're gonna get Iron Man's tier 4 and Striker skill. I did not see that one coming. By the way, that's basically the companion system from Marvel Future Revolution. But oh well, I guess. Tier 4 advancement system is going to be introduced. Giant boss rate improvements, basically a new boss, Dormammu. And then the legend difficulty division, blah blah blah. Difficulty division. Well, I can't read. So it's just I don't think they've changed much. Maybe the difficulty. They say they've done that, but I don't. New artifacts, new future pass, season, and special icons, 1 new uniform collection, other improvements in game fixes. But yeah, we're gonna pretty much see because there's a lot of changes actually, and it's good to know what we're dealing with. So let's actually get on with it. I'm glad. Oh, I shouldn't actually scroll too much, by the way. I'm glad that happened a while ago because apparently we had like porn bullshit on this forum. And that would have gotten me striked or something. Bro, can you explain the striker stealth thing? I can't understand that. It's not anything great, by the way. Striker, the companion system in more Future Revolution is trash as well, so a lot of people don't like it there either. Instead of actually adding new characters, basically they're just adding companions, which is another reason why they don't like it. But here it can actually be nice because we have a lot of characters, so we're not going to be that fucked. Anyways, so greetings agents, this is here fragment of Marvel Future Fight Agents Forever, or sorry, Avengers Forever. Yes, Avengers Classic and New are gathering again in Marvel Future Fight this June. Check out the looks of these heroes, some based on comics and some original. By the way, I did love the uniforms from the video. I had not really seen them in action, but yeah, they look much better. Plus, the key art is just badass, so I had great hopes. And they don't let me down. I'm actually happy about that. They don't let us down. But anyway, so new uniforms and artifacts have been added for Iron Man, Ghost Rider, Robbie Reyes, Black Widow, and Blade. Blade is now going to be a tier 3 character. It's funny how he was the only one that didn't get a sneak peek at all. Though it was cool the way that Danny Koo actually teased it for us with the human, the vampire, the whatever, the shield, I think it was. So yeah, triple tease. That was a tier 3, of course. So now the symbol of the Avengers, which is Iron Man, will be the first to receive a new tier 4 upgrade system. Pretty cool. The superheroes who have gained new abilities and skills will be a great help in the battles with the new Giant Boss Raid boss Dormammu and Gold Boss Legend bosses with improved rewards. By the way, getting improved rewards, as far as they say, we don't know just yet. They haven't been very detailed about it. So also with the addition of Tier 4, the Tier 2 search for potential balance has been adjusted. So prepare to gain new powers to your heroes. So I think it's just going to be easier to realize the potential for characters. That's not really a huge improvement. But anyway, let's see the uniforms. So the prices won't change. The 1050 uniform Blast Superhero. It's going to have Justice. Okay, whatever. And this is going to change a couple of his passives. And it's going to increase the chain hit damage by 15% when attacking. And basically dealing 3 times the amount of damage to enemies that are that have 30% HP or lower. I think this was 20 before, right? So this is better, right? So this is even better, and I just can't wait to get this guy. No matter how trash he is, it's gonna be probably easy enough to get World Boss Legend done with him. Stage 20, that's all I care about. Unless they've actually really upgraded the difficulty, which in that case I'm gonna be kind of mad about it. But they're changing his tier 3 skills to House Party Protocol. I don't know if the name was the same when he had the beam instead of all the Iron Man uniforms coming out. So if it's that one, it's going to be kind of weird, but okay. So maybe we'll need a rage for the guy. So this is how it works. He's going to get 30% in your defense for 5 seconds. 80% chance to penetrate super armor, barrier, shield, all damage immune, invincibility effect, invincibility for 5 seconds, damage accumulation, that is dependent on damage that you deal. So that's pretty cool, but obviously it's on the tier 3 skill, so you don't activate it as often as you would like. But it's available for 15 seconds, so maybe it's just gonna be there the whole time. I don't know. We'll see. Now, the 2 passives that will change are the normal passive and the tier 2 passive. So the normal passive is going to increase his critical rate by 20%, dodge by 20, and energy attack by 20. Not bad. The tier 2 passive is going to increase critical damage by 50, in guaranteed dodge rate by 33, and skill damage by 42, and bonus damage by 30. The first skill is going to have stun, silence, fracture. The second skill is going to have burn, fracture. And so all we need right now is paralysis, and he has all the fucking cancels. Nice. And he has it on the 5th, so that's great. He's going to be an ABX character. Nice. The third skill, this is actually a channeling skill, so you can't actually move around with this one, but you actually, if you use manual, you maybe will want to proc on the third skill. That's what I'm saying, but we'll have to see. Maybe I'm wrong. So it's going to get immunity for 5 seconds, all attack increase by 40%. And then the fourth skill is going to deal burn, stun, all defense down, stackable to 55%, ignoring immunity, and heal for 35% of health and of max HP, and then a mini proc, which again kind of sucks because then you would want to proc on this one, unless the fourth doesn't immediately attack, in which case probably the proc will still apply on the third skill. we'll have to see how his skills play out. The fifth skill is going to deal burn, shock, paralysis, and increase all attack and defense by 40, all speed by 1, critical rate by 1, and will remove incapacitation. That's pretty cool. All his damage is based on energy damage, so you know what to actually build him for, and you're all good. You have to be careful when it comes to Iron Man. That's why I mentioned that, because especially with classic looks, he could have physical attacks as well. So it's good that he's fully energy damage. I hate when characters are mixed like that. It sucks. So let's see what Black Widow can do. So she's gonna be a speed superhero, 1050 uniform. By the way, pretty much we're getting a uniform for each class, right? Combat, speed, blast, and universal. But sadly, one of them is just gonna be a transcendent character, and the other one is gonna be a tier 4. So I guess it balances itself out. Now, it's a 1050 uniform, as I said. It's going to be a speed hero. She's going to have justice. The uniform effect is going to be changing the passives, and it will give her a 35% chance to penetrate super armor, barrier, shield, damage, invincibility effect. Remove all debuffs for 7 seconds as well, and decrease basic damage received by 40 seconds. So 40%. So this is actually a PvP uniform, which makes sense. She is pretty cool in PvP. I like that. Not bad. So I'm not gonna really use her because she doesn't revive, I don't think. But yeah, I just realized we got uniforms for all types again. Well, yeah. So the passive is gonna give her dodge rate increased by 25%, 40% increase of physical attack. Ignore dodge by 30%. The tier 2 passive will increase guaranteed dodge rate and critical rate. The dodge rate by 35% and critical rate by 30%. So these are guaranteed. That actually means you can put them to max, and then this will still apply on top of it. So that's really good. The first skill will deal shock damage. The second skill is going to have stun and paralyze. The third skill is going to have shock, stun, incapacitation, paralysis. All defense down by 10%, stackable to 50. Immunity for 5 seconds. Mini proc. And then she's going to ignore iframes. So again, PvP type. She's going to have stun. 60%. Oh, sorry, that's 80% chance of missing attacks for 3 seconds. Decrease all defense down by 10%, stackable to 60, and then increase of all attack and defense by 55%, speed by 5, critical rate by 40, and remove incapacitation. And lastly, burn, stun, paralysis, and a heal of 30%. That's pretty cool. Does she have silence at all? I don't know. I think she might have it on the tier 3 skill. Can somebody check in the meantime? That would be really helpful. Maybe we'll give Widow a tier 4 in the mid-month update. Oh, please no. Just one tier 4 per update, please. I think it's good if we get like 2 tier 3s per update, but if we get 2 tier 4 per update, that's bad. Don't give them ideas, please. It's a bit too early. At some point, yes, we can get 2 tier 4s in an update, I guess, but it's really early for 2 tier 4s. Right now, I just wouldn't like it. Let's see. So Ghost Rider, Robbie Reyes. It's gonna be a universal superhero, 1050 uniform. He's gonna have justice in there, and the uniform effect is gonna change his passives, as we've seen every update that we've gotten for quite a while now. And basically, it's gonna increase chain hit damage by 10% when attacking, increase damage dealt to super villains by 60%, and decrease damage received by super villains by 70%. That's pretty good, actually. Nice. That's actually pretty good. Doesn't really help me much on Shadowland, but who gives a shit? We saw the symbol 4 in Widow's sneak peek 2, lol. Yes, no, I don't know. Bro, just please don't. That's all. That's all I want to say, please. Plus, he decreases it by 70%, not 60. I don't know if I said that. Anyway, so the passive is going to increase fire resist by 60%, which and this will apply to all flame allies, so that's pretty good. Depends what we get. 80% chance to become immune to fire damage. That's also pretty bad. And increase fire damage by 30%, which is not the best, but still. Just a second, guys. Sorry. Okay, should work. Stop. Sorry. Right. So increase chain hit damage by blah, blah, blah. I already read that part. So the passive is not the worst, I guess, but it's not a huge support. I don't know. Like, would you guys care about like a 30% buff of fire damage? I mean, technically, if this guy is better than Ghost Rider, which I would love for you guys to test out, but still, I don't know if I'll actually even transcend the guy. So you have time to test him out for me if you can, or like see if others have tested him out, because the plan would be right now I use Ghost Panther as a leader. Now Ghost Panther as an inside for me, and then I put Nova and Ghost Rider on the team. For now, I could put Robbie Reyes instead of Nova, but I guess Nova gives you more damage anyway. But if this guy is better than Ghost Rider or same as Ghost Rider, I could actually give him the rage instead of Ghost Rider, and put the team of Ghost Panther, Nova, and Robbie Reyes in there. So even more damage. Like the support is going to be higher for him. But let's see what they're saying here. Mm-hmm. Right, so let's see. So this will actually, now the tier 2 passive will increase the guaranteed dodge rate by 30, guaranteed critical rate by 35, skill damage by 25, and bonus damage by 25. Now, I know that there are beginners, and maybe they're going to be watching later, plus Velino, I know he's kind of a beginner, not that too noob-ish, but still, it would be good to know for him. So, Velino, just so that you know, and whoever else doesn't know this, when a stat gives you guaranteed dodge or guaranteed critical rate, what it means is, you know how, for example, if you would get a 30% dodge and then you cap out at 75% and you already have 55, let's say, you would only be getting 20% and the rest of the 10% extra would just get wasted. When it says guaranteed, it means it goes higher than the cap. So it can actually stack either way. Let's say the cap is 75% as it is. If you have like 74% yourself and you have like 35 extra from this one, you'll get the 34 extra anyway. It's not a problem. Guaranteed critical rate and dodge is good for rage, I know, bro. Not just for rage, but just saying any kind of character, basically it will go over the cap. It doesn't fucking care about the fact that you've capped out. It will still give you the guaranteed dodge rate or critical rate, depends on what stuff you get. So anyway, it will increase skill damage by 25, bonus damage by 25. The first skill is going to have burn, second skill is going to have stun, third skill is going to have burn, guard against 6 hits for 5 seconds, an increase of all attacks and defense by 30%, all speed by 10. And then the fourth skill will have an ignore iframe, which is interesting, 40% burn, silence, a heal of 30%, chance to penetrate super armor, barrier, shield, all damage immune, invincibility effect by 70%, and then 60% chance to penetrate with fire immunity effect. Interesting. That's interesting. Yo. Nice. And then lastly, the fifth skill is going to deal burn, stun, remove active buff from the target, and then 10% decrease of fire resistance, stack up to 45. Increase all attack and defense by 35%, all speed by 10, critical rate by 30, and immunity for 7 seconds, which is really good. Yo, my man, unequipped CDP of Greed and equipped CDP of Jacket, lol. How are you, man? I'm being good. I've been missing past streams, lol, 3 times in a row. Opinions on this update so far. It's okay, by the way. You're gonna have to pay with actual money. That's the law here. I'm really sorry, but you'll have to become a member. You know, but the update is kind of okay, I guess. We'll have to see when we actually get the update tomorrow. I've gotten Blade ready for tier 3 just so that I could, well, first of all, because I was going to tier 3 the guy anyway. I don't give a shit. And also because I want to see how hard it's going to be for me to get Iron Man to tier 4. I will have about 100 Essence of Dimension after I'm done, and I think like 1,000 Titan component packs or 500 Titan component packs, one of the two. I'm not exactly sure, but I'm gonna be really low on materials, let's say, and I'll see how long it's gonna take me to actually get it done. So we were still talking about Robbie Reyes at that point, and that was the last skill. So not bad, I guess, but either way, it's not. I don't know. It's kind of weird to be transcending characters at this point, to be honest. It's gonna suck because we're gonna gather a lot of materials for transcended characters, and I hate it a lot because on story mission you would want to transcend a lot of characters, or get as many characters advanced as possible. But we'll see. Do you plan to get Robbie? I mean, if the materials allow me to do that, fuck yeah. And if he's better or as good as Ghost Rider, sure, because that way he's gonna be better than Ghost Rider either way, because he'll be the third support. Instead of Ghost Rider, I put him, and basically I'll have Ghost Panther, Nova, and him all giving you like a support for fire damage. So that's better, I think, than using Ghost Rider. But we'll see how he does with the rage, because I'll need to remove the rage from Ghost Rider and give it to him. Now, let's see the uniform for Blade. He's going to be the tier 3 of the update. He's going to be a combat superhero, 1050 uniform. He's going to have Justice, 3 passive changes, so the leadership as well. You'll get a 20% heal, not 20% increase of HP, which is also pretty good because it's going to increase the heal anyway. It will increase the chain hit damage by 25% when attacking, and then decrease damage received by 30%. The leadership will increase all attacks by 60% for weapon master allies. Nice. Not a bad leadership for Deadpool, I guess. Man, I'm sorry that the camera is going kind of insane right now, but at the same time, I'm not very sorry. It's automatic. Who gives a shit? Yeah, I'm just kidding. Now, the passive is going to apply when bleed is being used. So he will remove all debuffs, recover HP equal to 10% of the damage dealt to a target, cannot recover more than 3% of max HP, reactivates 0.5% or 0.5 seconds after reactivation. This is weird, I don't understand it. And it will increase all attack and all defense by 40%, all speed by 5, critical rate by 30. And that's a crazy passive, I think. Too much fucking text on a fucking 4-star passive. Holy shit. Tier 2 passive will increase or ignore target's dodge by 30% and increase skill damage by 40, bonus damage by 35. Now, the first skill is going to have bleed. I guess you do want bleed to heal. The second skill is going to have bleed, stun, and a 70% chance of missing the attack for the enemy for 1 second, which is not too long, but oh well. The third skill is going to have burn, super armor, increase of all basic defense by 50%, and immunity for 5 seconds, increase all attack by 20%. Nice, not bad, I guess. Fourth skill is going to deal burn, and burn, what the hell? I guess one of them is bleed. I think the second one is bleed. Usually with bleed you remove elasticity. So first one is burn, second one has to be bleed, or that doesn't make any sense. It will have invincibility for 3 seconds, not 30 seconds. Bro, that's too much. He'll have damage accumulation depending on damage that he deals. By the way, I didn't really see any damage accumulation on any of these guys till now, so that's very scary. I don't know if I'll like them, those uniforms, but at least Blade is getting it, so I'm kind of happy about that. I'm fine with that at least. Now, and the fifth skill is gonna deal bleed again, silence for 2 seconds, all defense down by 10%, stackable to 50, and the 20% heal. The 100% chance to increase critical damage by 50% of critical attack. So this is the kind of namer kind of skill, so that's great. I'm currently working on Kate Bishop, transcending Kate Bishop for squad battle, and just working on my team. Comes in Robbie, who is my absolute favorite, but I'm gonna check on reviews of his uniform because I know Moon Knight is coming soon. I don't know, I think he's gonna be great, and I think I like his skills so much. He's really, really awesome. So tier 3 advancement and use an ultimate skill for a Blade. Let's see it. So he's gonna deal burn, bleed, 50% chance to penetrate, super armor, barrier, shield, all damage immune, invincibility effects, invincibility for 5 seconds, increase of all attacks by 40%, all defense by 10, and all speed by 10, increase, or basically that's a mini proc of 70% for 1 attack. So let's see this skill for Blade. It's kind of nice. I think he looks kind of, or works kind of like Moon Knight, I guess, because he also has like shotguns and shit like that. But yeah, it's kind of cool. Really nice AoE. Not a lot of, well, There are a lot of hits, I think, so that's great. Not bad. Let's see the Transcendence for Robbie Reyes. Blade reminds me of Black Moon Knight. It's just a joke, don't hate. I never hated that. You can make racist jokes. Who gives a shit? Right, so let's see the Transcend skills for these guys. So for Robbie Reyes, he's going to deal burn, stun, critical rate increase of 35, critical damage increase of 35, ignore dodge for 70%, invincibility for 8 seconds, removal debuffs for 8 seconds. What? That's the name or passive, but it's lower than Blades, so instead of 50, it's 20% here. But makes sense for a Transcended character. Increase all attack by 25 and defense by 25, so that's nice. I mean, did he get any damage accumulation? I didn't remember. I don't remember. No, I don't think he did. Damn. That kind of sucks. But he has the damage, I guess. I don't know how he'll be, man. He gets no damage accumulation, which kind of sucks. So let's see Nadia. She's gonna have burn, stun, critical rate increased by 35, and critical damage the same. Ignore dodge by 70, invincibility for 8 seconds, removal debuffs for 8 seconds, increase, so that's a mini proc of 50% for an attack, and increase all attack and all defense by 25. Okay, let's see Nova, little kid Nova. He's going to deal burn, silence, fracture, critical rate increase by 35, and damage as well. Ignore dodge by 70%, invincibility for 8 seconds, removal debuffs for 8 seconds, increase damage for 50% as a mini proc, basically, and increase all attacks by 25, and basic defense by 25. Let's see his Transcended skill. That's pretty cool. I kind of like the Nadia help in this skill. That's some nice colors, but I don't know what Nova is doing. Yeah, I mean, I kind of can tell what Nova is doing, but he should have had more effects, I guess, in here. Let's see it from the perspective of Nadia, which is pretty cool as well. And there you go. That should be it. And now it's done. Let's see it from the perspective of Nova as well. I think it's kind of the same. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's changing much, which sucks, but oh well. Anyway, the tier 4 and striker skill for Iron Man. So we're not just getting stat buffs, we're also getting striker skill or whatever. So tier 4 advancement and striker skill will be added to the most powerful heroes with Iron Man as the first member. So basically, it will create a 2,500 shield upon a successful attack, which I guess that's the attack of the striker, which can regenerate up to 75% of max HP for 10 seconds, increase attack by 1% for every 1% super hit shield. 1% of the super hit shield. Okay, so that's also kind of like a buff, up to 70%, so that's an extra buff. There you go. There's a quick example of it being used with Cap in there, so that's how the companion skill would work in there as well. It wasn't really a huge buff, it just was some help a little bit, so I don't know. Now, this is very important. So the new tier 4 upgrade system has been added for heroes that are available for potential transcendence or tier 3 advancement, achieve higher stats and new skills for your heroes. Tier 4 advancements can proceed with the following requirements when the following requirements are met. So reaching tier 3 or potential transcendence. So tier 4 is going to be the next step for both. For anything, thank you, man. Welcome. Hope you enjoy this day. Check out Discord, become a member, subscribe, stuff like that. You know. So nice. So when so now we know that even transcendent potential characters are going to get tier 4, so they're going to get unified again. I really kind of hated the separated system. You need to actually reach potential level 12 to get levels 80 and to increase or enhance all the gears to 30 and upgrade all the skills to 10. So I don't know if this is gonna be available only for like the characters that will get a tier 4, or pretty much every transcended character and tier 3 character can be upgraded to level 10 on the skills. If that is the case, that's going to be a bit crazy. I will be dried up on materials, which is going to suck, but I'll do it just for the characters that I really need, I guess. But I don't know, that's kind of interesting. Now, you need to clear legendary bosses to be able to get the potential upgraded for levels from level 6 to level 12. So to get them to level 70, you can do World Boss Ultimates as well, but to get them to level 80, you need to put them on a team on World Boss Legend. They don't have to be on the main team, they can be allies as well, so that's fine. This is the icon for when you actually get it to get it unlocked, so you can level them up above level 7, so it looks pretty cool. I don't know what the background is going to look like, but that's, I don't know, maybe a mix of purple and golden. I don't know. We'll see. So the potential level can be increased by up to level 12 and the level to level 80. Okay, so you're gonna be using, this is the scary part and the really, really sad part. You're gonna be using Essence of Dimension and Titan Component Packs to increase the level to level 80, which is gonna be fucking insane, dude. What the fuck? Oh boy, this is gonna really suck. But yeah, you do want to use Titan Component Packs. They are gonna have more, they're give you a higher percentage for using them, so that's gonna suck anyway. Oh well. This is bad, man. The gears can be enhanced by 1 level for every 2 levels. So instead of each level giving, well, that's how it would work here at level 70 as well. So yeah, you'll get like 5 extra levels to get them to level 20, to level 30. Okay, and the skill level can be enhanced by 1 every 2 levels. So okay, at least they're not fucking destroying us completely. So you can only go up to level 6 on the skills until you actually also get from level 70 to level 72. So each 2 levels from level 72 to 78, you'll be able to increase the skill once. So basically, to get them to level 10, you at least need to have them at level 78. Auto story mode is helping with math slow. Yeah, of course. It's great. I used to do that even without auto. So yeah, we have new materials here. So the skills will require these new materials to be upgraded. Kind of sucks, but oh well. The Book of Vishanti, Life Seed, Carbonadium, Soul of the Faltine or Faltine, and Gold are needed to advance the hero. That means all the requirements to tier 4. They're gonna cost 5 million to get to tier 4, by the way. Let's see the cost. I actually didn't actually check this. So it looks like you're gonna need 10 books of Vishanti. As far as I know, they don't matter. They are the same. There's gonna be a limit of 10, and that's all you can get. So you can only get 1 tier 4 character, and then you can work on the next one. You can't work on 2 types, like a combat and speed at the same time. So that's kind of good, I guess. But yeah, Book of Vishanti, I think that's completely capped out item at 10, of course. The Life Seed is you need 1,000 of those to actually upgrade. You need quite a lot to also level them up, like the skills, so that's gonna suck. We get 1 book per day from GBR at the moment. Yeah, I don't know if that's a guaranteed thing though. So that's gonna suck. I think the Carbonadium, you need like 800, and the Soul of the Fault Line, you need 1,500, which that's a lot, but I guess maybe we get a lot of those. In like 10 days, you will have enough anyway, because you do your normal, and that's going to give you 150 per day, so that's good. Now, let's continue. So yeah, that's a lot of requirements. The striker skills will be unlocked when the hero is sent to tier 4. So you can select the striker essentially. From what I got, basically it says equip one owned hero as a striker. A tier 4 hero equipped with a striker can use the striker skill. The skill level will be based on the upgrade level of the equipped heroes, and plus 2 additional levels will be applied when the instinct of the equipped hero matches the instinct of a tier 4 hero. So this is the idea. You want to select the striker. It doesn't matter who it is. I don't think they will stop you from being able to use that striker for another character. But I guess we can just unequip it at that point and use somebody else. I don't think it should cost us anything to unequip, as far as I know, but we'll see. So essentially, since Iron Man is Justice, you technically could put Cap there. Let's say your Cap is tier 3 and has a really high level. And you put, instead of, so you put Cap because he's Justice as well, you get automatically 2 increased levels for the skill, so it's going to be a stronger skill essentially. So yeah, it depends on the character you put it on. So if your tier 4 character is going to have order, you want to put a character that has order as well. Okay, so let's see what it says. So when the striker skill is used, the hero set as a striker will use a skill, and an additional buff effect will be applied to the tier 4 hero. So you're going to get a little bit of damage. I don't think they're going to do much. It's mainly for that buff that you get. The skill button will only be activated when the skill gauge has reached 100. The skill gauge will charge as time passes, or when the first to the fifth skills are being used, just like the tier 3 skill. The tier 3 skill gauge will not be changed when using the striker skill, and the striker skill will not be changed when using the tier 3 skill, so they don't affect each other. The striker will have the same stats with the hero that the agent possesses. So yeah, the stronger your striker is, the better the damage is going to be. Me before auto serve mission, it's hard to get mats. Me after tier 4, it's hard to get mats. I see he's repeating himself low. Yeah, you're just being a little bitch. You need to play the game. That's it. That's the idea. Now, Giant Boss Raid improvements and new boss Dormammu release. Show your confidence if you have the abilities to confer the new boss Dormammu. Dormammu will be added using new boss. Here we get the Book of Vishanti and the Soul of Voltine, whatever the name is. SOF. do we say SOF or SF? I don't know. Now SOF I think is better. BOV Book of Vishanti, bruh. What the hell? Changes have been made so that agents can challenge all Giant Boss Raid bosses regardless of the rounds, and the difficulty for each boss will differ. Now, this is why I'm kind of sad. If we get these new materials on Galactus, I will definitely do Galactus each day, because he also gives you rage. But if it's Dormammu, man, that's going to suck, because Dormammu is going to give you an authority. Unless the CDP will always rotate. It doesn't matter who you do, you're always going to get the CDP that you would get on that day. If that's the case, that's awesome. Good thing they made Galactus everyday playable. Yeah, but I mean, if the reward of the CDP stays the same for each character depending on the day, then you will still just go with Dormammu anyway. So let's see. So instead of 35 points to get more rewards, you need to use 40 this time, so that's a bit higher, but that's okay. Yeah, I think the CDP releases by the date. The biggest L of this update is moving crafting to Dimension Rift massive L, because I don't do that content. Same, but I also am kind of done with those stuff, so it's okay. I fixed my cards a little bit, by the way, guys. They're not the best, but I regained some shit, so that's good. Okay, the update requirements of participating heroes and signature heroes for each boss, Martial Mold, and Galactus will let you use tier 2s and higher characters, while Dormammu will just let you use tier 3, potential transcended, or like level 70 characters. It looks like, so you don't have to have tier 3 to the guys. I don't know. We'll have to see. Anyway, it's getting into blah blah blah. Just don't play the game is what they're saying. If you want to actually play the teams later after the update, so that's okay. Number of agents required to start Giant Boss Raid battles has been changed from 3 to 1, so you can technically start the battle with just one character. Please don't do that. The more characters you have on team, the better the rewards are going to be, from what they're saying. This time I made sure it's crafted roll low. I remember my massive fuck up with the cards last time. I gained everything back and more with a new premium card and crafted roll. That's awesome. There you go. Life has ups and downs. It's better than what it used to be. So, so it says here, the difficulty of the boss increases as more angels participate, but the rewards will be increased as well. So again, really important that you put all 3 characters on the team. The stacks of the boss and some attack patterns will be changed based on the number of agents who have participated. So the more there are, the harder it is. That's essentially it. Gain more physical attack, energy attack, all attack, ignore defense, but still missing some cooldown from previous stats before my fuck up. What's your cooldown now? Okay, that's fine. Right, so the rewards here. Yeah, so I think the CDPs rotate, so that's great. I'm just gonna do Dormammu either way. So the normal stuff, you get type enhancement kits, the gold, the daily tokens for premium cards, and the CDP. And then if you're doing Galactus, you obviously will get biometrics for Silver Surfer. If you're doing Dormammu, you're going to get biometrics for Dormammu, so that's great. They brought Dormammu back. And then, obviously, if you're doing Dormammu, you can get the Soul of Feltine and the Book of Vishanti for each round. So, I don't know. I don't think that's going to be a guaranteed drop. I don't think that's it. I don't know. They do say for each round, so that might be a guarantee, but that's interesting. And I don't know what the cap is going to be for them. I think they're going to put a cap on them, or else everybody's going to be ready for the new updates. Originally before 29, now 27.1. Physical attack increased by 11, energy attack by 6. I think attack increased by 5 and 50 now on defense. Maybe shall land easier. Bruh, your cooldown is fine. 27 to 30% is what you need to get. But I think you actually can do fine with just 27.1. Just remember on the last gear, on the 4th gear, just put the optional stats as support as skill cooldown. And they're gonna be fine. So the acquisition location of card crafting cubes has been changed to Dimension Rifts. We know about that. Difficulty for Giant Boss Raid Galactus will be changed, so they're gonna make him a bit harder to kill. They're changing the abilities, they're increasing the defense and HP. And then he'll get some invincibility when he changes the phase, so you can't one-shot him. That's the idea. And the rewards you get from Galactus have also increased a little bit. So, blah, blah, blah. It's okay. So if you get the daily comic card tokens, you can't do it again after the update. That's what they're saying here. Now, the Legend difficulty division. The Legend difficulty has been divided based on the strength of the world boss. Infinity, Ultron, Null, and Mephisto change world bosses that have become even more powerful. So, as the order that they came out as. So the rewards for each boss has been improved based on the difficulty division. So you want to do Ultron, it looks like. Fuck. That's gonna suck, bro. It looks like you want to do Ultron because the rewards have been improved based on the difficulty. So Null gives you less rewards, Mephisto more rewards, and Ultron even more. So yeah, there's no more like, oh, doing the boss of the day, I have to do Ultron every time. So oh well, the overall rewards for Mephisto Infinity Ultron have been increased based on the legend difficulty. The acquirable amount of Essence of Dimension and Titan component packs have been increased in all legend difficulties. That's good. Therefore, advancement materials, life seed, and carbonadium have been added to the rewards of all legend difficulties. So, I don't know. We'll see here. Let's see. So, tier 2 upgrade materials. So, you're going to get BAM and Narcissus of Chaos still. They removed boss of the day. No, they haven't removed that. I'm just saying it's not gonna be good because you want to do Ultron as much as you can because Ultron gives you more rewards. Anyway, tier 2 upgrade materials. We're getting BAM and Narcissus of Chaos as always. Titan component packs and Essence of Dimensions were apparently getting more than normal. The guaranteed CCF, the random CCF, the Titan books, of course. And then Life Seed and Carbonadium is going to be there. Other rewards are going to be clear tickets and World Boss loot, as always. CDP Reforging Core as well. If you have the shield support, the Null special reward is going to be energy, as always. Mephisto is going to have CDP of regen. And Ultron is going to have destruction, the icon, and the artifact. Oh well. Wish that they made higher stages more rewards instead of making the boss legend have different levels. Feed sheep. Yeah, it's a bit annoying. We'll have to do Ultron now. The acquisition location of CDP Reforging Core has that could be acquired from World Boss Legend difficulty has been changed to Rifts, so that sucks. The search for the first potential has been improved to proceed faster. Okay, that's good. Maybe twice as fast, I guess. Like stage 10 to 20 gives you 5% extra mats, etc. Well, yeah, that would be a bit too annoying though. Because the point is that Ultron is not hard. It's a new boss, so we haven't cleared it as much. Null is easier because we cleared him so many times, and people who keep going higher and higher, not everybody can do that, so it's not going to be fair. But with Ultron, the more you do clear the guy, the better your damage is going to be anyway. So that's good. Now, new exclusive passive, blah blah blah. So the artifact for Iron Man is going to increase damage dealt to bosses by 25%, an additional 0.4% of total instinct up to 200%. Then Black Widow will get a 20% chance to dodge all attacks and an additional 0.5% of total instinct up to 200%. Blade is gonna let's see, when he uses HP Steel, he will increase all attacks by 10% and an additional 0.5% of total instincts, stack it up to 70% for 5 seconds. And then the Robbie Reyes one is gonna trigger when you use skills apart from like the basic skill. And it will actually apply to flame allies again, so kind of a support one. It will increase fire damage by 30% of fire resist and an additional 0.5% of total instinct up to 200% for 10 seconds. Increase fire damage by 15% and additional of 0.2% of total instinct up to 200%. So yes, this is not a bad fucking artifact if you have it. Widow's artifact goes well with her uniform passive. It will be good for PvP, but it's like before, where what's the point of going higher? Just have Disco Time and Rage, where you can do stage 1 beam fires faster and receive similar rewards. Feels like it just needs a slight revive. I don't know, I guess. Let's see. I gotta check something real quick. Just give me a moment. Okay, so I'm back. It's gonna take a moment for the camera to show up. It's pretty much automatic. So I'm just gonna continue. Yeah, you can see me now. So essentially, I'm just checking when I have to be back. That was the idea. So we have like 10 more minutes, I guess. Let's see if I can finish. That's what she said. Anyway, right. So the Nadia artifact is gonna be activated when you use skills, apart from basic attacks. She will apply this to all allies, will recover HP by 10% and an additional 0.5% total instinct. So that's good. These two are getting good fucking artifacts. I don't know about the rest. You know, so let's see what Nova one does. Decrease basic damage received by 20%, an additional 0.2% of total instinct up to 200, ignores non-boss enemy damage decreased by 15%, and an additional increase of 0.1% of total instinct up to 200% of the base value. So yeah, in timeline, he's gonna be really good. Of course, I'm gonna head off first, man. I'm gonna try and reach the Shonen stream. Yeah, you better do that, you little bitch. You owe me money. Okay, thank you. You're getting new season of the Future Pass. It's basically the same as always. These are the icons that we're going to be looking for. This is going to be free, most like. No, sorry, the Black Widow one is going to be free, most likely. The Blade one is at $10. The Iron Man one is at $40 or whatever, 30, whatever the price is. Let's see the rest. We have a new uniform collection as well. And then other improvements and changes. Improvements in the the acquisition location of power saving node themes will be shown regardless of the acquisition status. Okay. The minimum Marvel Feature 5 OS support specifications have been changed. Before it was Android 4.4 and iOS 11. Now it's Android 5.1 or iOS 12. Interesting. Now, improvements have been made so the agents can move to the inventory when tapping the Go to button of challenges related to ISO 8, custom gear, and hence enchanted Uru. The type magic has been added to Mordo. Good. And the role of supporter has been added to Wong as a recommended position in the universe. Okay. The name of the following item has been changed before potential realization ticket. It's superior potential realization ticket now. The function of the item is the same as before, and it cannot be used to upgrade the potential of higher than level 70. The Arabic language will no longer be supported. Interesting. And the AR feature for Alliance Tournament and Conquest will no longer be supported. That was actually kind of fun. Come on. The 3 times that I played those game modes, I love those features. Anyway, the issue of the crystals stored in the box being received first when acquiring crystal products instead of from the purchase pop-up has been fixed. Okay. The issue of an error pop-up showing up when repeatedly touching the matchmaking button quickly in the multiverse invasion tutorial process has been fixed. That's great. The issue of the stat of the crystal buff effect of Engine 1 being displayed wrongly in certain cases has been fixed. The issue of the invisibility effect not being applied as intended when including Engine 1 has been fixed. Okay. The intermittent issue of not being able to attack Green Goblin in stage 71 had been fixed. The issue of some information not being removed and changed in defense deck and being chosen as the Master Shadowland has been fixed. The issue of the UI icon at the top of the year or HP bar not being displayed correctly in certain circumstances has been fixed. The issue of the ISO 8 settings of the equipment not being applied correctly in time of battle has been fixed. Wow, that's big. People are probably doing that. We will return with various content improvements, so please stay tuned. Thank you. Well, that's pretty much it. I think that's all we needed to see. I don't really have a lot of time to waste, but yeah, guys, that is actually really awesome. I don't know about you, but I'm kind of curious what it's gonna be like, and this is gonna be a really good test because I won't be able to tier 4 Iron Man that quick. But yeah, essentially do Dormammu as much as you can, and do Ultron as much as you can, and you're gonna be fine. That's pretty much it. You just have to do Ultron from now on. You have to do Dormammu from now on, unless they keep going with this theme, and then when we get a new giant boss raid, the newer one is gonna give you more rewards, and the same thing applying to World Boss Legend, being more difficult and giving you more rewards. So that's the idea. I hope you like this video, guys. I'm really sorry, but I'll have to go. And yeah, so I hope you enjoyed it. I know that this was really quick. I had to do it while I was on lunch break. But thank you, and I'll see you guys on the next Shadowland stream, which is gonna be, I don't know when, because I'm gonna be kind of busy this week. It's gonna kind of suck, bro. But we'll see. Thank you very much, guys. I'll see you. Bye bye.